I would say is when you're looking at the ingredients list on any item, look for the terms refined, enriched, high fructose corn syrup. Okay, high fructose corn syrup cannot be utilized by the body for energy, and it is directly related to things such as obesity, fatty liver disease, diabetes, things of that nature. Now, you guys are young, healthy studs. You're not thinking about that right now. So you may be looking at, this has got a little bit of high fructose corn syrup. How much is it going to affect me? The thing about it is the repetitive exposure. Okay, you're blasting through it at 20. You're struggling with it at 25. At 30, it's becoming an issue and it's showing up right here. Okay. So just keep in mind, everything we do has a long-term chronic effect. Okay, don't always just look at it in terms of how's it affect me in this next hour, this day. Think more macro, weekly, monthly. Okay, yes, ma'am.
So when it comes to diet sodas, they don't all have sugar alcohols. They may have other fake sugars, right, like aspartame or saccharin, and so those would not fall under the category of sugar alcohol. So then we have to know what.
There's so many chemicals in your diet sodas, in particular, that some people would argue, and I haven't dove into any real research on this. I've just heard people much smarter on this area of expertise than me. But people have argued about like that because of all the chemicals and everything that's synthetic in a diet soda in particular, that there's such negative effects on the metabolism that we may not fully understand yet, that it's almost better to drink sugar that at least you know what the hell that is, or fat or something, Yes, sir.
I've been told that sugar alcohol doesn't have calories, like you say, it doesn't absorb it, but is that?
Gives you the spike though, you said.
Yeah. So, it gives you the spike in the blood glucose. That's the big issue. So if you're still getting that insulin response and it's too high, and now you're putting something in that you can't absorb, I don't know if you guys are old enough to remember the Olestra products. I think I'm saying that right. You remember that? It was a non-digestible fat. They used to put it in like Doritos and potato chips and things like that, and had some pretty nasty side effects down south. And I don't mean like Georgia. Okay, so yeah, and that was a quick fad in the 90s that went away very quickly. But there again, introducing something that we knew the body couldn't absorb, and it led to some other issues. Yes,
Coach, do you ever want an insulin spike? Like, do you ever want to have more sugar certain times of the day? Or?
That's a great question. And going back to last class when we talk about that anabolic window, and people always talking about like, oh, you need to get a big insulin spike right after your workout because you want to drive the nutrients in. There's some truth to that, but we also know that if you have pre-workout nutrition on point, then you've already kick-started the recovery processes, and you're not in such a deep hole to where you need as big a spike. Now, after the workout, if you get a big spike there, I think you're still going to be fine, because you are in a state where you're going to have a heightened recovery, but it may not be as big as we once thought, or as supplement companies will make you believe.
Okay.